There is something that happens to a person when they have been living inside the same patterns of thought for so long that the patterns no longer feel like patterns at all. They feel like reality. They feel like the truth. They feel like simply the way things are and the way things will always be. And if you are here today, if something inside you guided you to press play on this message, it is because some part of you, some deep and knowing part that lives beneath the noise of the daily mind, has begun to sense that the thoughts you have been thinking, the habits of mind you have been practicing, the inner conversations you have been having with yourself for months or years, or perhaps your entire lifetime, are not serving you, are not reflecting the truth of who you really are or the life you are truly capable of living. And that sensing, that quiet, persistent whisper that says there must be something more, there must be a better way, there must be a version of this life that feels lighter and freer and more aligned with everything I know I am meant to be. That whisper is not wishful thinking. My love, it is wisdom. It is the voice of your higher self calling you forward into a new way of being. And the question that I want you to hold at the very center of your heart as we move through this journey together is this. What would your life look and feel like if you could rewire the way your mind works? If you could replace the automatic thoughts of doubt and fear and self-criticism with habits of thinking so consistently loving and so powerfully aligned with your highest good that your whole inner world transformed. And as that world transformed, as it inevitably must, the outer world, that faithful and responsive mirror of your inner reality, transformed with it. And I want you to stay with that question, to feel the possibility in it, because we are going to answer it completely by the time this journey draws to its close. And the answer, I promise you, will change everything. But first, right here at the beginning of this sacred space we are creating together, I want to invite you to take a breath, a real breath, a breath that is a choice, a deliberate and loving act of presence, breathing in slowly through your nose, feeling your chest expand with the simple and extraordinary gift of air and life, and then releasing that breath out through your mouth in a long and gentle sigh. And in that sigh, I want you to let go, just a little, just enough, of whatever you carried here with you today, the worries, the doubts, the mental noise, the weight of all the thinking you have been doing. Just set it down for a moment. You can pick it up again later if you truly need it. But for right now, in this moment, you are just here, breathing, open, available to receive something that could genuinely transform your life. And if you feel that readiness in yourself right now, that beautiful openness, please take a moment before we go any further to subscribe to this channel and to ring the bell so that you never miss these daily messages of healing and transformation that are created for you with so much love. Because what we are doing here is building a daily practice together, and consistency is everything. Your mind will thank you every morning that you return to this sanctuary of positive thought. You are a thinking being in a universe that responds to thought, and this is perhaps the most important thing Louise Hay ever understood, the most foundational truth at the heart of all her extraordinary work, the understanding that the mind is not a passive receiver of experience, but an active creator of it, that the thoughts you think and the beliefs you hold are not simply your response to the world around you, but are in fact the invisible architecture of that world. The blueprint from which your lived experience is constructed moment by moment, day by day, year by year. And this truth, which can feel simultaneously thrilling and daunting when you first really let it in, carries within it the most liberating news you will ever receive, which is that if your current experience of life has been shaped by your current patterns of thought, then by changing those patterns, by deliberately and consistently cultivating new habits of mind, you can change your experience of life, not just a little, not just around the edges, but fundamentally, profoundly, in ways that extend into every corner of your existence, your relationships, your health, your finances, your sense of self, your experience of joy, your capacity for peace, all of it, every single bit of it, is available for transformation when you commit to the healing and rewiring of your mind. And this is not a metaphor. It is not spiritual poetry. It is in fact supported by neuroscience, by the extraordinary discovery that the brain is neuroplastic, meaning that it can physically change its structure and its pathways in response to new patterns of thought and experience. That the neural grooves worn deep by years of habitual negative thinking can be softened and redirected, and eventually replaced by new pathways built through the consistent practice of new ways of thinking. And Louise Hay understood this principle intuitively, long before neuroscience confirmed it. She understood it from the inside out. From her own extraordinary journey of healing that demonstrated beyond any doubt that the mind, given the right habits, given the right daily practices, given the consistent loving input of new and life-affirming thought, can heal itself, can transform itself, can become the most powerful instrument of joy and abundance and well-being that it was always designed to be. And so today, my dear, we are going to explore 7 habits, 7 daily practices of the mind, that when woven into the fabric of your everyday life, when practiced not perfectly but consistently, when approached not as obligations but as acts of profound self-love, will begin to rewire your mindset from the inside out. Will begin to shift the automatic thoughts, the default settings of your consciousness, from patterns that diminish and contract and keep you small toward patterns that expand and uplift and open you to the full and magnificent reality of who you are and what you are capable of. And I want to say something important before we begin. I want to say that this work does not require perfection. It does not require that you never have a negative thought or a moment of doubt, or a day when the fear is louder than the faith. It only requires that you keep coming back, that you make the practices a daily commitment, that you treat your mind with the same consistent care and attention that you would give to a garden you loved, knowing that gardens do not transform overnight, knowing that the work is daily and the rewards are cumulative, and knowing that every single day of tending, every single moment of choosing a loving thought over a fearful one is changing something real in the landscape of your mind, and therefore in the landscape of your life. Let us begin with the first and perhaps most foundational of these 7 habits, the habit of the morning mind, because how you begin your day matters in ways that most people have never fully appreciated. The first thoughts of the morning are like seeds planted in the freshest and most fertile soil of your consciousness. They set the tone. They establish the frequency. They send the first signal of the day to your subconscious mind about what kind of day this is going to be and what kind of person you are going to be in it. And most people, without realizing it, begin their days by immediately picking up their phone and flooding their minds with news and social media and other people's opinions and problems. Or they wake up and immediately begin running through the to-do list, the worries, the challenges that lie ahead. And in doing so, they plant the first seeds of the day in anxiety and reactivity rather than in peace and intention. And Louise Hay's first and most consistent teaching was to change this, to make the morning a sacred and protected time, a time that belongs first and foremost to the cultivation of your own inner world, before the outer world makes its inevitable demands. And the practice is simple. It is profoundly simple. It is to begin each morning, before anything else, by deliberately choosing thoughts of love and gratitude and positive expectation to wake up and say to yourself and to the universe, "This is a new day. This day is full of possibilities. I am grateful to be alive. I am grateful for this body that has carried me through the night and is carrying me into a new morning. I am grateful for the opportunities that this day holds, and to feel that gratitude as genuinely as you can, even if it is only a flicker at first, even if the habit of worry tries to crowd in. Gently returning your attention to the gratitude. The beauty of this practice is in its consistency, not its perfection, and every morning that you choose gratitude as your first conscious act, you are planting a seed of abundance that will grow throughout the day and compound over time into a harvest of genuine and sustainable well-being. And so I want to invite you right now to commit to this practice, to say inwardly, I choose to begin each morning with gratitude and love. I choose to plant seeds of abundance in the fresh soil of my morning mind, and feel what that commitment feels like in your body. Feel the rightness of it, the alignment, because this is the beginning. This is where the rewiring starts. I welcome each new day with an open and grateful heart. Breathe this in. Let it be your morning declaration. I welcome each new day with an open and grateful heart, and feel how this thought changes the quality of your consciousness even now. Feel how it lifts you just slightly, opens you just a fraction more, and know that this gentle but real shift in your inner experience is the mechanism of transformation. This is how it works. Thought by thought, morning by morning, choice by loving choice. The second habit that will rewire your mindset is the practice of conscious self-talk. Because the conversation that is most consequential in your life is not the conversation you have with your partner, or your boss, or your closest friend. It is the conversation you have with yourself. The running inner commentary that plays in the background of your mind all day long. And for most people, this commentary is not kind, it is not loving. It is not the voice of a supportive and encouraging presence. It is critical and harsh and relentless in its judgment, cataloging every mistake and every flaw and every moment of falling short, comparing you unfavorably to others, predicting failure and confirming unworthiness. And this voice, this inner critic that Louise Hay spent her life helping people to recognize and transform, is perhaps the single greatest obstacle to a joyful and abundant life. Because you cannot rise above the level of your own self-concept. You cannot attract into your life what your deepest self-talk says you don't deserve. You cannot build a life of beauty and meaning on a foundation of self-rejection. And so the second habit is to begin to notice the voice, to catch it in the act, to hear when it is being cruel or dismissive or undermining. And in those moments, rather than accepting what it says as truth, to gently and firmly redirect it, to choose a different inner conversation. And the practice that Louise Hay recommended with unwavering consistency throughout her career was the practice of mirror work, of standing before a mirror, looking into your own eyes, and speaking words of love and acceptance and encouragement to yourself, saying, I love you. I really love you. I accept you exactly as you are. You are doing beautifully. You are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. And if this feels uncomfortable, if this feels ridiculous or forced or even painful, then I want to say to you that the discomfort itself is information. It is telling you how much you have been withholding love from yourself, how long the inner critic has been in charge. And the discomfort does not mean you should stop. It means this is exactly where the healing needs to happen. And every day that you practice this, every day that you choose to speak kindly to yourself rather than harshly, you are doing the most important work of your life. You are healing the relationship with yourself, from which all other relationships and all other experiences of life flow. I speak to myself with love and kindness and deep respect. Breathe this in. I speak to myself with love and kindness and deep respect. And notice as you say this whether there is a part of you that resists it. A part that says, I don't deserve that, or I haven't earned that, or that sounds arrogant. And if that part rises, meet it with compassion, meet it with understanding. Because it has been in charge for a long time and it genuinely believes it is protecting you. And you can say to it gently, thank you for trying to keep me safe. And I am choosing a new way now. A way of love, a way of kindness, a way of speaking to myself the way I would speak to someone I cherish, because I am someone worth cherishing. I am someone who deserves my own love. And if this practice of inner healing is resonating with you, if you can feel that something in these words is speaking to exactly what your mind and heart have needed to hear, I want to invite you to write in the comments below, I welcome transformation, because that is what you are doing right now. You are welcoming a transformation of the relationship you have with yourself. And that transformation is the root from which every other transformation in your life will grow. And while you are there, please share this video with someone you love, someone who you know is struggling with their inner critic, someone who needs to be reminded that they are worthy of their own love. Because this gift of awareness, this teaching that can genuinely change lives, is one of the most loving things you can pass on. The third habit is the practice of releasing and letting go. And this is a practice that Louise Hay placed enormous emphasis on throughout her work, because she understood that the mind, like a house, accumulates things over time, and many of the things it accumulates are not neutral, they are heavy. They are old hurts and resentments and grievances and regrets and fears and stories that have outlived their usefulness, but that we carry nonetheless out of habit, out of a misguided belief that holding on to them somehow serves us, that staying angry protects us from being hurt again, that holding the grievance keeps us safe, that rehearsing the old wound preserves some important truth about what happened and who we are. And Louise Hay's radical and beautiful teaching was that none of these things are true, that the holding of old pain serves no one, least of all yourself, that resentment is not a protection, but a poison, that you do not hurt the person who hurt you by carrying the anger, you only hurt yourself, and that the act of releasing, of consciously and deliberately choosing to let go, not because what happened was acceptable, but because you deserve to be free of the weight of it, is one of the most powerful acts of self-love available to you. And the practice is this: to bring to mind the things you have been carrying, the old hurts, the unresolved resentments, the self-judgments, the regrets about the past, and to breathe into them, and then to release them on the exhale, to say, I release this with love. I choose to be free of this. It no longer serves me, and I am willing to let it go. And you may need to do this many times for the same thing. You may find that something you thought you had released comes back, and that is all right. That is simply the nature of deeply held patterns. You just return to the practice. You release again and again and again, and over time the hold loosens. The weight lightens, and one day you notice that the thing you carried for so long is simply no longer there, and in the space where it used to live, there is something new, something light and clear and free. And that space, that cleared and open space, is where new good can enter. I release all that no longer serves my highest good. Breathe this in. I release all that no longer serves my highest good. And feel the lightness of those words, the permission in them, the freedom. Because you are allowed to put it down. You are allowed to stop carrying it. You are allowed to choose freedom over the familiar weight of old pain. And I want you to take one thing right now, just one. The first thing that comes to mind when you ask yourself, what am I still carrying that is weighing me down? And I want you to breathe into it. And on your next exhale, let it go, just this once, just this one breath. Release it into the universe and trust that the universe can hold what you have been carrying. And notice, really notice, how your body feels in the moment after that release. Even if it is only a fraction lighter, even if the relief is only a whisper, that is the feeling of transformation. That is the feeling of the mindset beginning to change. The fourth habit is the practice of affirmation, and I want to speak about this with some depth and some nuance, because affirmations are often misunderstood. They are sometimes dismissed as mere positive thinking or wishful repetition, and sometimes they are practiced in a way that is so mechanical and so disconnected from genuine feeling that they produce little result. And yet when practiced correctly, when understood in the way that Louise Hay intended them, affirmations are among the most powerful tools available for the rewiring of the mind. Because what an affirmation is, at its deepest level, is a new thought that you are choosing to think with intention and with repetition until it becomes automatic, until it displaces the old habitual thought that it was designed to replace. And the key to making affirmations work is not just the words, but the feeling, the genuine emotional investment in what you are saying, The willingness to say the words and simultaneously open yourself to feeling their truth, even when your current experience seems to contradict them. And this is perhaps the most challenging part of the practice, because when you say, "I am healthy," and your body is in pain, when you say, "I am abundant," and your bank account says otherwise, when you say, "I am loved," and the loneliness is real, there is a part of the mind that immediately pushes back with "yes, but," with the evidence to the contrary, with the proof that what you are saying is not yet true. And the practice is to acknowledge that this is where you are right now, while simultaneously holding the affirmation as the direction in which you are moving, as the new reality you are calling in, as the seed you are planting rather than the harvest you already have. And with this understanding, with this gentle and persistent practice of planting seeds of new thought, the mind begins to shift. The neural pathways begin to reorganize, and over time the affirmation that once felt false begins to feel true because you have thought it enough times, felt it enough times, believed it enough times that it has become part of the landscape of your inner world. And as it becomes real inside you, it becomes real outside you too, because this is the law. The inner always creates the outer, always. I am becoming more positive, more loving, and more peaceful with every passing day. Feel this, breathe it in. I am becoming more positive, more loving, and more peaceful with every passing day. And notice that this affirmation is gentle. It does not demand an impossible leap from where you are to where you want to be. It simply says, I am in the process. I am moving in the direction. I am becoming. And that becoming is enough. That process is the practice, and the practice is everything. The fifth habit is the practice of conscious gratitude. And I want to take a moment here to distinguish between the gratitude that is expressed as a social nicety, a polite thank you that skims the surface of experience, and the deep and transformative gratitude that Louise spoke of. The kind of gratitude that is a genuine and visceral recognition of the abundance that already exists in your life. The kind that stops you in your tracks when you really let it in, and I want to guide you into that deeper gratitude right now. I want to invite you to consider, really consider, the miracle of the body you inhabit, the extraordinary complexity of a biological system so sophisticated that science has not yet fully mapped it, a system that breathes without your instruction and digests without your management and heals without your supervision. That has been working on your behalf every single moment of every single day of your entire life. And when you really let that in, when you really feel the miracle of it, something happens inside you. A softening, a wonder, a recognition that you are already, in the most fundamental sense, living in abundance. You are already the recipient of gifts so extraordinary that no amount of money could purchase them. And from this recognition, from this felt sense of already being abundantly blessed, the gratitude that arises is not polite, but profound. It is not surface, but cellular. It is the kind of gratitude that shifts your entire energetic frequency and makes you, as Louise Hay so beautifully taught, a magnet for more of what you are grateful for, because the universe, always listening to the frequency of your heart, hears gratitude and responds with abundance. It hears appreciation and responds with more things to appreciate. It hears the signal of enough and pours in more. I am deeply grateful for the extraordinary gift of my life. Breathe this in. Feel it. I am deeply grateful for the extraordinary gift of my life. And let that gratitude be real. Let it be warm. Let it fill your chest with the particular sweetness of genuine appreciation. Because this feeling, this warmth in your chest, this softening of your heart in recognition of the good that is already here, this is the energy of abundance. This is the frequency that attracts more good. And every moment you spend in genuine gratitude is a moment of profound rewiring, as a moment when the neural pathways of lack and complaint are being gently replaced by new pathways of appreciation and abundance. And right here, in the warmth of this gratitude, I want to ask you to take a moment to give this video a like. If it is touching your heart, if it is offering you something real and valuable, Because that simple gesture is an act of gratitude. It is you saying to the universe, yes, more of this. I value this. I appreciate this. And it also helps to share this medicine with more people who need it. So please like and share and leave a comment telling us what you are most grateful for today. Because your gratitude will inspire others, and their gratitude will inspire you. And together, we create a community vibrating in the frequency of appreciation and abundance. The sixth habit is the practice of mindful presence, of learning to come back again and again throughout the day to the only moment that actually exists, which is this one, right now. And this is perhaps the most radical of all the habits in terms of its ability to transform your experience of life. Because the mind that is not trained in presence is a mind that spends most of its time somewhere other than here. It lives in the past, replaying what went wrong and what was said and what was done, and what should have been different. Or it lives in the future, projecting fears and imagining difficulties and worrying about what might happen and how it might go wrong. And in both of these cases, the mind is suffering over something that is not actually happening right now. The past is gone. It exists only as memory, and the future has not yet arrived. It exists only as imagination. And only right here, only in this present moment, is there actual experience, actual life, actual beauty, and actual peace. And the practice of mindful presence is the practice of returning, gently and without judgment, to this moment, to this breath, to this body, to this simple and extraordinary fact of being alive right now. And Louise Hay always understood that the present moment is the point of power. It is the only place where real change can happen, where healing can occur, where the choice to think a new thought can be made. And so every time you bring yourself back to the present moment, every time you feel your feet on the floor and your breath in your body and the simple reality of right now, you are not only finding peace, you are also returning to the place where transformation is possible, to the only place where the new thought can actually take root. I am present in this moment, and this moment is full of peace and possibility. Breathe this in. Let it be true. I am present in this moment, and this moment is full of peace and possibility. And notice how your body responds to the invitation to simply be here. Notice the slight release of tension, the softening of the muscles that are always braced for the next thing, the small and beautiful relief of not needing to be anywhere or do anything or figure anything out, just for this one breath, just for this one moment. Being here, being alive, being present, and knowing that this is enough, that this moment is whole, that everything you need is here. And now we arrive at the seventh habit, the one that in many ways contains and amplifies all the others. The habit that Louise Hay considered the foundation of all lasting transformation, and that is the habit of self-love, genuine and unconditional and daily self-love, not the self-love that is conditional on achievement or appearance or the approval of others, not the self-love that is a reward for good behavior or a prize for reaching a goal, but the self-love that is simply the recognition of your own inherent and inviolable worth as a living being. The self-love that says I am worthy of care and kindness and respect simply because I exist, simply because I am here, simply because I am a unique and irreplaceable expression of the life force that animates everything. And this practice, this daily choosing to love yourself, not when you have earned it, but because you are, is the most revolutionary and the most healing thing a person can do. It is the thing that changes everything else. Because when you genuinely love yourself, when you have cultivated a deep and stable relationship with yourself that is characterized by kindness and acceptance and care, you stop tolerating things in your life that are not in alignment with that love. You stop accepting less than you deserve in relationships and work, and all the circumstances of your existence. You stop punishing yourself for your imperfections and start nurturing yourself toward your potential. And from that place of self-love, from that stable and loving foundation, all the other habits we have explored together today become not just practices, but expressions of who you are, They become natural. They become the way you move through the world. They become your default setting, because a person who loves themselves naturally thinks kindly of themselves and releases what no longer serves them, and affirms their own worth, and practices gratitude and is present in their life, and begins each day in the energy of love rather than fear. I love and accept myself completely and unconditionally. Say this now. Say it slowly and with real intention. I love and accept myself completely and unconditionally. And if there is resistance, if there is a voice that says I can't say that, or I don't believe that, or I haven't done anything to deserve that, I want you to say it anyway. I want you to say it especially when it feels hard, because the practice of self-love does not wait for you to feel worthy before it begins. It begins now. It begins in the resistance. It begins in the discomfort. It begins in the very fact that you are willing to try, and that willingness, that beautiful and courageous willingness to choose love over the habit of self-rejection, is itself an act of profound transformation. I want to guide you now into a visualization that will bring all 7 of these habits together in a single beautiful experience. And I want you to close your eyes if you can, and take a breath, a long and nourishing breath. And I want you to imagine that you are standing at the beginning of a path, a beautiful winding path that stretches forward through a landscape of extraordinary beauty. And it is early morning, just after sunrise, and the light is the golden rose light of a new day, soft and warm and full of promise, falling through the leaves of ancient trees on either side of the path and landing on the earth in pools of liquid gold. And the air is fresh and sweet and carries the particular quality of morning air, that sense of a world that is clean and new and full of possibility. And you take a step forward onto this path. And as you do, you feel beneath your feet the solidity of the earth, the real and present and utterly reliable fact of ground beneath you. And you know in this moment that you are supported, that the earth has always supported you, that with every step you take through life, the ground is there, and you breathe in the morning air and you feel your body, this remarkable and faithful body breathing with you. And you feel gratitude, real and warm, and cellular gratitude for this breath and this body, and this morning and this path. And as you walk forward, you notice that with every step you take, the weight of old thoughts and old stories and old patterns of self-criticism and fear and limitation is falling away from you, gently and effortlessly, like leaves releasing from a tree in autumn. Not forced, simply ready, simply time. And with each step you grow lighter. Each step the path before you grows wider and brighter and more full of possibility. And the light around you grows warmer and more golden until you are walking in what feels like liquid sunshine. And in this golden light, you can see yourself clearly, not through the eyes of your inner critic, but through the eyes of love. And what you see is extraordinary. You see a person of courage and beauty and depth, a person who has been through much and has kept going, a person who has carried old burdens with grace and is now, in this moment, choosing to set them down, a person who is worthy of every good thing that life has to offer and who is now, finally, beginning to know it. And you keep walking, lighter and lighter, freer and freer, more and more present to the beauty of this path and this morning and this life. And ahead of you on the path you can see a point where the trees open into a wide and sunlit clearing. And in that clearing, there is a version of you, the you that you are becoming through the practice of these 7 habits, the you who begins each morning in gratitude, who speaks to yourself with kindness, who releases what no longer serves you, who affirms your own worth, who lives in genuine appreciation, who is present in the beauty of each moment, who loves yourself completely and unconditionally. And as you approach this future self and look into their eyes, you see something there that you have been searching for, a quality of peace and certainty and deep and unshakable well-being. And this future self opens their arms to you and says, "Welcome. I have been waiting for you." And you step into that embrace and you feel, all through your body and all through your consciousness, that you have arrived, that you are home. That the self you have always been capable of being is not somewhere far away in the future, but is here, right now, available to you through the daily practice of these 7 beautiful habits of mind. And in this clearing, in this warm and golden light, standing in the embrace of your highest self, I want you to hear the answer to the question we began with. The question of what your life would look and feel like if you could rewire the way your mind works. And the answer is this. It would look like this. It would feel like this quality of peace and presence and self-love and gratitude and release and positive expectation that you are feeling right now. This is what the rewired mind creates. Not a perfect life without challenges or difficulties, but a life in which you move through the challenges differently, with more grace and more trust, and more love for yourself. A life in which the default setting of your consciousness is not fear and lack and self-criticism, but peace and abundance and self-love. A life in which you wake up each morning knowing that you are worthy of all the good that this extraordinary world has to offer, and that the universe, that vast and loving intelligence, it is working in your favor and is always bringing you toward your highest good. And this life, this beautiful and transformed life, is not a fantasy. It is not something available only to special people or lucky people or more spiritually evolved people. It is available to you. It has always been available to you. It is waiting for you on the other side of 7 daily practices, 7 simple but profound choices of the mind. And you have already begun. You began the moment you chose to press play on this message. You began with that first breath, that first moment of presence and openness. And every day that you return to these practices, every morning that you choose gratitude, every moment that you choose kindness toward yourself, and every time you release what no longer serves you and affirm what you are becoming and practice presence and choose love, you are walking further and further into that sunlit clearing. You are becoming more and more the person you came here to be. And your mind, that extraordinary and neuroplastic and infinitely capable mind, is changing. It is healing. It is rewiring itself in the direction of its highest potential, thought by beautiful thought, habit by powerful habit, day by transformative day. I am healing my mind and creating a beautiful life with every loving thought I choose. Breathe this in. Let it be your declaration, your commitment, your truth. I am healing my mind and creating a beautiful life with every loving thought I choose. And know that this is not arrogance, and it is not wishful thinking, and it is not denial of your challenges or your history. It is the most courageous and most loving choice available to you. It is the choice to believe in your own capacity for transformation, to trust the process, to show up for the daily practice even when it is hard, even when the old patterns try to reassert themselves, even when the results are not yet visible, to keep choosing the new thought, the kind word, the grateful heart, the present moment, the loving relationship with yourself. And if you are making that commitment right now, if you are feeling in your heart the readiness to begin or to deepen this practice of mindset healing, please write in the comments, "I am ready to heal my mind," because that declaration is powerful. Then it is your signal to yourself and to the universe that you are all in, that you are choosing transformation, and we want to hear it. We want to celebrate it with you. And please also share this video, because there are people in your life who are suffering needlessly in patterns of thought that they could transform if only they knew how. And you have the ability to give them that gift, the gift of this teaching, the gift of these 7 habits. And that act of sharing is itself an expression of all 7 habits. It is the morning mind of generosity, the kind self-talk of someone who values what they have discovered enough to pass it on. The release of the small thinking that says, "This is just for me." The affirmation that good things are meant to be shared. The gratitude for having received something worth giving. The presence of someone who is awake to the impact they can have in this moment. and the self-love of someone who knows that giving and receiving are not opposites, but are the same beautiful energy flowing through an open heart. And so, my dear, we complete this journey together where we began, with a question and an invitation and a breath. And the question has been answered, and the invitation stands, and the breath is yours to take whenever you need it. The breath that brings you back, that returns you to yourself, that reminds you of everything you have remembered today, that you are a thinking being in a responsive universe, that your thoughts create your experience, that 7 simple and beautiful habits practiced daily can rewire your mindset from the inside out and transform every dimension of your life. That you are worthy of your own love and your own kindness and your own gratitude and your own patient and consistent tending, and that the universe, always listening, always responsive, always conspiring in your favor, is ready to meet every new and life-affirming thought you choose to think with a reality that reflects it back to you in forms of beauty and abundance and peace that will fill your heart with wonder and with gratitude every single day of the transformed and luminous life that is waiting for you, that has always been waiting for you, that is yours. Now, in this breath, in this choice, in this beautiful and brave and utterly possible decision to heal your thoughts, one loving habit at a time.